Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 159 and the epilogue to the War of the Orcs story arc. So right off the top, I want to let you guys know something a little weird this episode. I somehow, Gillik's recording got all screwed up and I don't have it, so even though he was there and recorded with us, you'll not hear him pretty much at all this episode, and so, which is a real bummer. I tried to cut around parts where I could, but there might be one or two spots that are a little awkward. That's because Gillik asked a question or said a thing, and I did my best. So some of it's a little weird, but most of it should be fine, and I think you'll see that it works all together as a story. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by Adam, Jeff, Mary, Nikki, and J-Chan, and patrons like them. If you're not a patron, head over to patreon.com/adventureinc and become a patron today. There's all kinds of really awesome stuff to check out there. We have a bunch of reward tiers. They're a ton of fun. And, you can get like an RSS feed from Patreon that has every new episode as they come out, as well as all of the bonus material, plus whatever else happens to come down the line. I post things all the time in our patrons-only Discord channel that everybody who is at least a $1 patron gets to be a part of. And look, just being a patron at all means so much to us. Some people don't want to, I don't want to give $1. That doesn't seem like it matters. It does matter. It matters just to know that you're out there and that you've gotten some value out of the show and you want to show a little bit of value back. That's huge to us. It means the world. And we want to thank everybody who already contributes and to everybody who helps spread the word. That's important too. All right, that's all I've got today. Let's get started.
Hey there, podcast listeners! Are you a fan of real play RPG podcasts but tired of the same old crowds of people who take the game maybe a little bit too seriously? Do you yearn for charismatic hosts stopping at nothing to make each other laugh and have a good time? Do you love the sound of local NPCs or quest givers getting harassed to no end? Come listen to the Legion of Renob, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. That's Legion of Renob. Listen to us on iTunes or anywhere that your earholes can find a podcast.
Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Like, usually when you bring people back from the dead in books, it turns out really bad.
That's just to sell more books.
Gebeddo, the rogue.
God, it's so good to see something positive happen. God, I'm so glad to be back home. Let's make sure we get Clug fixed up, then we'll have 2 under our belts. This is awesome.
Jennuvera, the sorcerer. Jennuvera, you are a powerful sorcerer capable of very strong magics.
Oh, this is the first time someone acknowledges how good I am at magic and is going to convict me of a fucking crime? What the shit?
Gillik, the paladin warlock.
Can we find you, something else to tap into instead?
Yeah.
What, give it 4 levels of Warlock? Are you shitting me?
And Asher, the druid barbarian.
Asher, puts his hand on Jebeddo's shoulder. This is the most affectionate you've ever seen Asher.
Let us recall what happened before. He just crumbles to dust. His whole body just crumbles away to dust in front of you. And you hear a cheer erupt as you look to see orcs scattering and the armies of Bradmont and Adventure Incorporated standing triumphantly. Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated! A few hours have passed. The army has been moving about, trying to clear the battlefield, cleaning up any orcs that have been cut down but were not killed, caring for the wounded or checking on the dead, trying to basically set things up to leave the site. Between the orcs and your army, there's probably a few thousand people dead. And it takes a lot of time to sift through that. The four of you have reconvened with Redbridge, with King Greywood, with Elatrix, and with Evian. Since the end of everything that occurred, Keth has been by himself. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. He's been doing his own thing. Redbridge, she looks shaken. Greywood is elated. He's so pleased to have his plan have succeeded. And Elatrix and Evian stand by, watching. What are you guys looking to figure out sort of at the end of this? What are you looking to... What piece of information are you looking for? What actions are you guys taking now that this is all cleared up?
Yeah, one of the first things Gebeddo's going to do is get his immovable rods back, so the gods of the world can't say he never reclaimed them.
That's fine.
Asher is pretty tired and out of spells and just general energy, but he still is kind of curious about the giant metal bird.
Yeah, Gebeddo wants to look at the airplane too.
Okay, it's not an airplane.
Bird plane.
Okay.
Bird plane of existence.
I think probably the whole group convened there, I suspect. That seems like the center piece of this to an extent. There are some orcish camps as well that they've sent people to clear out and gather supplies from. Most of the supplies are stolen from Bradmont and caravans and travelers anyway. But I think you guys are on the hill overlooking the half-buried mechanical bird-like creature in the ground.
Can I talk to Greywood at all?
Yes.
Is he there with us?
He is there with you, as well as a couple of his right-hand men.
I just want to give him a high five, basically.
Okay, yeah. Greywood, when you guys come together, Greywood, who is very he's very elated with how this broke down. He says, yes, Jennuvera, congratulations. Thank you for adding your strength to ours, and our debt is filled.
Jennuvera holds up her hand for a high five.
He does a royal high five with you.
Cool. That's awesome. Wow. It was our pleasure. I'm just really happy that it worked out. And now we can, move forward as a continent, and I will be getting in touch about that king stuff.
You and I made an agreement, and you have withstood your part of the bargain, and I intend to stand firm on mine.
Cool.
Perhaps this creature will be of use to us in that endeavor. Maybe.
We're gonna go check out what it is. If you can tag along if you want to, I guess. Obviously, of course, you live here. This is you own it, I guess.
Kaelith steps forward. He says, technically speaking, nobody owns this area. Here in the woods, this is not any sovereign land, but I believe that we could claim it as spoils of war in this instance, and perhaps we can find a way to make it work in our favor.
Okay.
You move down toward the creature. It is massive. It's a very, very large creature. Probably from wing to wing, we're talking 300 feet from tip to tip. And similarly, the other way as well, from the front of the creature to the very back. It is... just 'cause guy can't say tip to tip.
Anthony, you're not supposed to reference the video. You said that's the thing that we had to absolutely never do.
And yet, you do the most.
See, you have to know the rules to know when it's okay to break them.
Never, Anthony. Isn't that what Cyclops taught us?
Yeah, that feels a very Wolverine mentality, Anthony. I gotta say.
No, he just disregards the rules from the get-go.
But he knows what they are.
I doubt it.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to ignore them.
Okay. There is the creature's still mostly buried in the ground, but there doesn't seem to be any signs of life in this thing. It is, it reminds you almost like a corpse. And, there doesn't seem to be any way to access it. So when you, approach the mouth, it seems like it's caked up with dirt and stone and rock as it's settled in this place. As you step forward to it, you can see that there is a compartment beyond this, that you can see inside as the light streams through behind you to what looks like an open space within.
Asher goes over and is like, he's kind of been inspecting it because he's not sure what to make of it. It doesn't look like it should be alive, but it looks like it was alive, and he's not really sure how to parse those things. Also, the whole druid and this is metal, so it's so metal. Anyways, that music starts playing in Asher's head.
I'm not gonna make a really reachy joke about the Millennium Falcon here. I just want everybody to know that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, so Gebetto follows to look at the bird's eyes.
You should have been like YOLO and made a Millennial Falcon joke, but
you're probably right.
Han YOLO.
Oh, God.
Wow, you got an audible groan from Josh. That's pretty impressive.
That's what I'm going for these days.
Great.
You got one.
You did it. You achieved your goals.
I did the thing.
You shot. Yeah, you shot for the stars. And
no,
you
Rob,
nailed
come back.
it.
No, Rob. Don't retire. God damn it. His character's the only one who can close ley lines. Rob, come back. Also, we want to play with you.
Rob goes to be with Keth in sad.
So Asher and not Asher. Asher and not Asher.
Nega Asher.
Gillik and Gebeddo, you two step up to these eyes. And Gebeddo, you also see that there seems to be a hollow space behind the eyes where, like a chamber of some kind.
Does it look like a room, or does it look like a skull cavity, right? Like
somewhere in between. It does not look like a room in the sense that somebody designed it. It looks more like but it also is not filled with organs, or it doesn't look organic either. It looks like it was there's no furniture or anything. Nobody ever inhabited this space beyond in this room, but it is just like a circular room behind the eyes of this thing.
Can I do, I guess, like a nature check to determine if this is something that was created or something that's existed? If that makes sense.
Yes. Give me a nature check.
That will be... And the reason I'm asking this is because of my sister being like the weapons of our ancestors.
Right. I know.
Yep, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page. That would be a 23. I rolled a 19.
Nice. Okay, so the first thing you notice about this is that the metal is not a kind of metal you've ever seen before. The it's a softer metal, but it still seems very strong when struck, but it seems pliable when moved slowly.
Does it remind me of like dragon scale, or is it like?
It definitely reminds you more of almost a chitin, like on an insect.
Sure.
But is, yeah, but it's definitely a metal. This does not appear. If this was engineered, strictly engineered, it was engineered in a way that no one can replicate now.
Sure.
This is well beyond anyone's ability to engineer anything like this now. You feel like there's probably a mixture here of some base engineering and some sort of organic process that took over.
Because, like, my first thought is this is either an ancient beast that's existed for a long time, or this some sort of ancient energy thing that has been harnessed in a way to be a weapon. That's kind of my train of thought. So, and Asher's kind of fascinated by it, and he's trying. Now he's at the head of the thing. He uses mold earth to kind of like move stuff out of the way.
Yeah, some of it moves out of the way pretty easily. Others are a little bit more stubborn, and it seems like it's been here long enough that some of it's maybe even just fused with the exterior of the creature. But you clear away some chunks of stone and earth, and it looks like this thing is very buried. That it would be a big process to try and get it all the way unstuck.
So, what was their plan? How are they even going to use this?
Hey, can I do a thing?
Yeah.
So is there an opening now?
Fireball.
There's currently no opening, no.
Okay. So I'd like to try and melt one in with some acid.
Okay.
Like just little acid splashes. Because then what I want to do is once there's an opening, I want to cast light into it to see like how far down we can see on the inside.
Okay. Where are you casting these acid splashes on if it's shaped like a bird?
Its mouth.
Okay. So you're going to try to like go in through the throat kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Between Asher's mold earth and your acid splashes, the two of you manage to open a hole, about a fist-sized hole, in this encrusted earth that has blocked the way. And you want to cast light inside of it?
Yeah. I just want to see if we can see in it.
Yeah. You cast light, and it... a hallway unfolds in front of you, and it goes a very long distance, well beyond the length of your light. The inside is more of this metallic-looking material, but it seems to be structured differently on the inside, and you can only see so far before it's just darkness again.
Do Gillik and I see the light from the windows as it travels? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes
does it
and
seem...
no.
Okay. Cool. Cheers.
Am I able to navigate, like if I know it's a bird, am I able to like navigate the light back up the throat and into the eyes?
Do you have dancing lights?
Is that what yeah, because light is just makes something glow.
Oh, you know what? I got rid of dancing lights. Wait, why did I guess. I thought I had dancing lights, but I guess I don't. I guess I just have light.
Is the acid of the hole that Jennuvera burned, like cooled down? Because we've had a short rest, right? Probably.
Yeah, you can have had a short rest. That's fine.
Cool. So then I want to. I can go inside and check it out.
As in an
Spider.
animal form.
Spider boy.
Sure. You turn into a spider. You head up into the hole. When you unwild shape and you spend some time exploring this place, now that you've gotten access, it is dead. It is, again, you find more evidence of it's something that is strangely engineered, but also very organic. It doesn't feel like a thing that anyone could have engineered. However, it's very odd that it is made of metal and everything is perfectly symmetrical. And yet there is this organic element to it that you can feel just being in this place, that there was a life here, but that life is long gone.
Wild. Asher climbs out as a spider boy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing. This is dead, I guess. I don't know what they were... I mean, I know what they wanted to do, but they had a ritual and...
Yeah, is there...
My sister said that this was the weapons of the ancients or something. Oh, by the way...
Yes?
The archdruid turns out to be a blood relative.
Wait, sorry,
Probably a
did
thing I
you
should've-
say sister?
Yeah, I said sister.
So she's like
Who
old?
is gonna now hunt me, apparently. So...
Like, she's like super old?
Well, yeah, and I guess I am too.
Well, yeah,
but
I
I guess
mean,
I kind of knew that.
Right, we knew you were old. We get it. We talk
Well, we're
about it
both
all the
elves.
time. Oh, I'm
Right.
so old. I'm like 2,000 years old.
That's, not your best impression, but like, I get it.
How do you feel? Like, that's huge, Asher. What emotions are in your head right now?
All of them. Like I saw Donnell and I got to Donnell and then I killed Donnell and it didn't feel great. It felt like I had been obsessing about this one thing for a very long time and then I got it. And like kind of, like a dog chasing a cat that he catches the cat and he's like, now what?
I've heard wishes are like that.
Yeah. It was, he was my friend and I killed him, so...
But you got a sister?
Yeah, who wants to kill me? I don't have the things I wanted to get,
Oh.
I guess.
Yeah, but
I didn't get any peace and I didn't get any family that I was missing, I guess. I don't know. There's this bird thing.
yeah, but like
Asher,
you and Gillik
Asher
are
gestures wildly at it.
you and Gillik are in like the same boat now,
Yeah.
right?
The shitty family boat.
No, like having a sibling who like you want to fix.
Well, I don't know if I want to fix them. They basically want to burn down the entire world. They're so pissed off at the Fae and the Shadow and the Celestials. They're just like, fucking end it all. So...
Yeah, but that's never stopped us before from trying to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. You spend so much time trying to be okay with it never finding it, and then you find it, and it's not what you want, and I don't know.
So you'd say you're feeling sad?
Among other emotions, yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not like I got anything new. It's like I never got a new sister. It's just another person who wants to make shit suck. So.
Well,
But.
we won! Jennuvera holds up her hand for a high five.
Yeah.
Jennuvera holds out her
Jebeddo.
hand a little further.
You know.
Jebeddo looks
Jennuvera.
at Asher like expectantly. Like, come on, dude.
This is if this gives you an expression of my emotion, I'm not in the mood for a high five.
Jennuvera doesn't quite know what to do because she's never been in this high five factory fun, and so she is.
Asher reluctantly just like puts his hand on her hand. Thank you for the support, y'all. You're great. You're. I don't fuck it. You know what? No, I don't need another family. This is family, right? This is what a family is. They're not some psycho archdruid who wants to kill you because they're mad about a decision you don't even remember making.
Jebeddo hugs Asher.
This is more physical contact than I expected.
Yeah.
Or wanted.
Jebeddo squeezes a little bit tighter. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, so do you recognize any of this stuff around, like these ritual components? You know, I don't. I don't think.
I don't either.
And Jebeddo makes an Arcana check.
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
This is clearly like kind of living and kind of not. I don't know if this was. I don't think. I think this was sort of made, but also in the way that
Wait.
things are made, born.
Is there Arcana in 5e?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Come on, you've made them before.
It's not on my sheet.
It's under
It's the
animal
third
handling.
thing down. Yeah, I have a +0 in it.
Sounds like I got a +0. Oh, wait, what is it? It's intelligence, right?
It's
Yeah,
intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah.
So yeah, it shouldn't be +0. It should be +4. So 6.
Yeah, you don't recognize any of them.
But yeah, I mean, like obviously this gigantic metal bird, like nobody knows. But like, what about this stuff? Does it like elicit any druid like stuff for you?
It's definitely druidy. And Asher shrugs hugely.
Maybe we should collect it up and take it to Adanan.
Collect it up? the bird?
No, all the
no,
stuff
collect all the
around, like all the
Oh.
ritual components, dude. Like, look at them. Does it
All
does
right.
it tell you anything?
Anthony doesn't tell me anything.
Make an Arcana check.
Good Lord. Where's my dice? I just had them. I don't know how to play this game. What are you talking about?
Oh, there it is. I accidentally fucked up my spreadsheet and it disappeared, but now it's back.
It's cool. I rolled a 5, so
You also don't recognize any of the components.
I know that Adanan has a lot of this kind of stuff lying around, so maybe we should. Jennuvera's gonna start scooping up the components.
Okay.
got that scoop.
Yeah, you gather up as much of the unique stuff that you can find that they were clearly using for this ritual, and try to gather it all up. Caliph comes down over the hill and he says, what did we learn? Anything?
Oh, no, but you also might. The druids left a bunch of ritual components, and none of us knows anything about like what they're typically used for, like what the combination would be used for. So we thought we would send them back to Adanan. But I don't, if you want to take a look.
I can look, although I warn you that my expertise is not in rituals of this kind, nor is it in the magics of the druidic arts, but perhaps I have some insight into what we have here.
Okay. What do we have here? If you could just like list off the things, I can write them down too, and I can look in the books in the library.
Yes. Let's see. This sprig is batsbane. This is a common flower, but one that's used rarely in some poultices and potions, although I've never really seen it used for spells per se, but it does have some unique properties that can be very interesting. If used under the right conditions, I could see maybe some value in this. If there's other things, hold on. Let's see what else we have here. This is interesting. This is a human femur. I don't know where they got all of these, but interesting to note.
Fairly druidy, yeah. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, yes, quite druidy. You noticed human femur, but you didn't recognize how they would be used in these spells. I assume that all of these things are things that, like, that's a plant. That's a... But you just don't know what it does.
What is green? What is green thing? Green thing. Green thing with flat other green thing off it.
Yes, this green thing with flat other green thing off it. This is a pile of... this is actually a little sentient moss. Interesting that they would use this. This moss has been proven time and time again to be able to solve very simple puzzles. It's interesting.
Oh. What? I want that moss. Can I have that moss?
I don't care. It's not my moss, but it's not very useful, and it takes a long time for the moss to do anything, but they have been able to prove that it is sentient in some capacity. Let's see here. Wow. Yes, this is fossilized dung. Interesting. Puts that aside. I don't have much to say on that. It's curious.
Of what?
He breaks off a little piece and he pops it in his mouth. He's like... yes, I believe this is, if I were to guess, it's some kind of horse-like creature. That's my guess.
Okay.
You don't think it came from this giant metal bird thing, like creature?
Unlikely.
Sometimes you just gotta put some stuff in your mouth. Find the magic.
It really is the best way, most of the time. But like I said, my expertise is not really in this kind of ritual magic. So, a lot of these other components are fairly straightforward magical enhancements of a kind. There's some silvery powder in here. I suspect this is some sort of metal shaving that will be used to strengthen the output of one's magical abilities when used in a ritual like this. Yes, maybe perhaps some pewter.
Okay. I'm just trying to, make a list so that we can either bring the stuff to Adanan or this to Adanan, or I can look in books, or, just trying to move us forward.
I mean, your best resources are going to be druids. Specifically druids who are highly focused in ritualistic magics and have and put the... Maybe not your druids who are so much familiar and comfortable with traveling abroad, and those who spend a lot of time really thinking about this sort of thing.
Okay.
Asher gets sad.
But the creature, any indication on how we might bring it about?
Well, it's dead. That's about as far as we got.
Oh, well, okay.
It's definitely not, but it definitely was alive. I don't know. We didn't get any further.
Well,
it looks like it could have been built, but it also looks like it is alive. So
I believe that Greywood will be sending men to excavate the creature from the ground, and then we'll, I suppose, go from there.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to cut over to Keth. So, Keth, it's been a couple of hours since the death of your father. The fight the battle that you guys all faced. So it's been a few hours since the battle, and you've spent some time on your own, sitting away from the others, reflecting on what's been going on with you and with all of this. Most strikingly, during this time, you've not heard anything from, and any attempts you've made have been in vain to try and hear from. Lifestalker has been completely silent. After a few hours of this, Heinrich makes his way to you. And he sits down on a log nearby. He says,
Oh. Hello there.
"Hi. How are you doing?"
How's my dad out there? I don't know if you knew that.
Elatrix mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I spent a lot of time before we came out here kind of preparing for this. But there's nothing like the actual thing.
Yeah.
He was wrong in what he was doing. I know that. And he was a really big asshole. I know that too. I didn't even try and talk to him. And I don't know if that was the right move. I don't know if it would have worked, but I had thought about it. I was trying to convince him, maybe if I could show him I was stronger than him, he would follow me and all that. I don't know.
What you did today is hard, but this place is safe now because of the actions you took. And that might be a small solace. It might not be much of anything, but I hope that you can take anything from that. These actions are done. They are what they are. And to dwell on them, to dwell on what you could have done or to the decision you made, let it shape your future decisions, but don't let it consume you. You faced off against someone who had ill intentions, and you stopped them. And you've saved a lot of lives.
He was just utterly consumed with hate and rage and just this lust for power that, I don't see how this could have ended any other way. But I think I'll always think about that. Maybe I should have taken a step back and talk to him. But we won. Hooray.
So what's next for you?
I've been out for a while now. I need to touch base with everybody. We got a lot of things to do. I think I'm concerned about the Orcs' place in the world. Maybe I can rally them to our cause. I don't know. I'll talk to the group about that. They think it's a good idea. I'll give it a shot. But we have Gorm. He is our priority. He is my priority, and I'll process this later. I'll process this after.
We took down one of the lieutenants over by the ritual site toward the end there, and he was carrying this, and he tosses you a stone.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with those, but early on someone mentioned bringing them to you, so I brought it to you.
I think I'm the only one who can use the power for good. So I'm gonna hopefully. I think I've done that. It's gone pretty well with these things. Not great, but yeah. No, I'll any that you find can help us fight against Gorm. Otherwise, they're going to be used for nefarious purposes. So, thank you.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Everyone's a little worried. So.
Yeah. Thank you for coming over. It's kind of snapped me out of this circle. I feel like I'm just getting in a rut in my head. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's kind of clears everything out. But I think it's time. Where is everybody?
They're over by the ritual site. They're trying to figure out what to do about that big creepy bird thing.
Fuck, we got enough big creepy birds or big creepy shit.
I resemble that remark.
What?
I was once the big creepy bird sometimes.
Well,
you resemble or resent?
Resemble. It was a joke.
Oh.
Because he looked like.
Keth chuckled a little bit.
He looked like a big creepy bird, so he resembled.
When he was Mariffa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good times.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the coatl.
This is not Ellatrix.
This
is Heinrich.
Oh. Just kidding.
It was a confusing joke for all of us.
I guess so.
No, I just didn't want Rob to feel.
I know.
I was confused because I thought he was talking to Ellatrix the whole time.
Heinrich's my buddy too. So, Heinrich, let's. I'm gonna go join the others. What's next for you?
I'm gonna stay with Greywood. I think, especially if we can try and move this more toward. Greywood needs advisors who have all of New Merida in mind. Caleth is good. He and I see eye to eye on a lot of that sort of thing. We see not eye to eye on a lot of other things. But if I can try and influence Greywood at all to making the right decisions, that's what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably be calling on you before too long,
And I'll be available for anything I can be. Seeing Ellatrix here is uncomfortable, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him either. But this is my place now. I've found a good spot here.
Excellent. Now I think, you have some wisdom to impart. So, good luck. Seems like it won't be easy.
Good luck to you too. I know your road is difficult as well.
Piece of cake.
Go, meet with your friends, and we'll speak later.
All right. So Keth's gonna go to the ritual area.
Yeah, you join up with the others. Keth walks up to the group.
Hey guys.
Hey, bud.
Hey, so we did it. We won.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You alright?
Are you doing okay?
Yeah. I know it was the right thing in the end. There's a lot to process and a lot to think about. And kind of a crazy road to get here, and now that we're here, that feels real weird. But
yeah,
he was a really evil dude. I know that. Like, fuck, right? Like, but thank you for asking. Yeah.
Sorry for getting in the way there, pal. Just wanted to help.
I know. I'm glad you didn't get too hurt.
It'll take a lot more than somebody's fucking dad to put me down, pal.
Really? Because it looked like you were, a little rough shape there for a minute.
Had him right
no?
where I wanted him, pal.
Oh,
If it had
You know
just
what?
lasted
As-
2 more rounds, I'd have fucking got him. I'm telling you.
shit. I buy it. In the heat of the moment, it seemed like you were like really, bleeding out there. But you know what? I believe you.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted it to seem that way. Gebeddo spits blood out of his mouth, wipes it off her bottom lip, right where I wanted him.
You're still super badly hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
does anyone need she rifles around her pockets and pulls out the potions of healing. Does anyone need these?
Nope.
Does everybody raise their hand?
I'm fine.
Great.
I don't have any. I would offer you healing, but it's all magically drained from my body before.
I'm literally
killed
offering
a
you
friend.
healing.
Yeah, no.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I'll take it.
Okay. So, do you want a great one or a super one?
Feels like a trap, Keth.
Yeah.
I think super is better because it was more expensive.
Oh, yeah. That sounds tasty.
Super.
Yeah. Does that mean I get to roll a fistful of dice?
I think so.
And they're all
I mean-
D4s, dog.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's fine. Elatrix steps forward. He says, what are you doing?
Healing Keth.
Just healing up.
Healing up Keth.
That's
Yeah. I'm
entirely
real hurt.
unnecessary. Put that back in your bag.
Come on, bro. I just fucked up a big ass orc.
Yes, you're fine.
I'm
I will
hurting.
take care of you. Put it back in your bag.
Keth,
I didn't know if you could still do stuff like that. Okay.
Keth, just keep it in your bag. You're probably gonna need it sooner than I will. You might as well just
Keth slips it in.
2 of these too. She's
Clink,
gonna
clink,
give
clink,
him
clink.
half of the greater healing ones as well.
Yeah, great. Have him put it on his fucking character sheet.
Yep.
Let's see how that works.
Deleted
Yeah, that's
from
gonna
mine.
go away. Disappeared.
but
Into
Keth
the
has-
void they go.
If it wasn't so true, I'd argue.
There we go. I got you, Mikey.
Are you writing it on my
Yes.
sheet? I'm also writing it on my sheet, but probably in the incorrect place. 2 super healing drinks.
Jesus Christ. Potions of superior healing.
Not what I heard.
How
2
long have you been playing this game,
superhero
bud?
drinks.
2 fancy finger gloves.
Keth would love some fancy finger gloves.
Yeah, so he heals everyone for 30.
Right.
Nah.
Asher's at full.
This should carry you over until you get an opportunity to rest, which should be any time. We seem to be relatively safe here.
Hey, Elatrix, what do you think this thing does? And Gebeddo points at the bird.
This, he looks at it and he pauses for a long moment. This...
Yeah, that.
This is terrifying to me, Gebeddo. Because I have never seen anything like this before.
Bum, bum, bum.
I've been here a long time, and this makes no sense to me. How this could be here, what it is, all I can tell from it is that it was once alive, and that it no longer is.
The Archdruid said it predates the Fae, so that makes sense.
Nothing predates the Fae.
Well, you don't know what it is.
Well, that's why it terrifies me.
Same.
At least it's dead.
What do you mean nothing predates the Fae?
I mean, nothing like this predates the Fae.
Well, Allegedly.
But, like, there must have been something before the Fae. Like, I know we were just dummies, but
we were here.
now we're really smart. So, something happened before.
That something was us, was my father. He brought a gift to your people that brought you from the animals that you were to the people that you are.
Right, but we were.
So we
Full
were
stop.
before the Fae.
Yes, in the way that birds are before the Fae, that horses
Asher looked at
are
the
before
giant
the Fae.
metal bird.
Yes. Look, I'm telling you, I agree. I am telling you what I know. This does not mesh with what I know.
Huh. Who maybe would? Like, who's smarter than you? I don't know anybody.
We could try to speak with my father about it. I think if
My dads are great.
the storyteller might have more. You spoke with him when he came through the portal with my father.
Puck, right?
Yeah, he is
The
the
Puck.
Puck of the court, yes.
We should get... No. Do we still have that tome?
The Shie tome? No, you do not
Yeah.
have the Shie tome.
Oh.
No, we gave that to Viltroth.
That's the Book of
Right.
Shadows, anyway. It would not. I've read most of the Shie tome at this point when Viltroth had it, and it is none of this is covered.
Well, somebody knows something, and I feel like someone who is a self-proclaimed god of secrets or someone who worships that might have a good idea, especially if it might not be of Fae.
Well, I'd be interested to know what she knows as well, but she's not the god of just telling you what you want to know.
No, that's the whole point of a secret. Yeah, I get it.
Who's that god? We should go to that
Yeah,
god.
who's the god of telling us what we need to know? Who's the god of right answers?
There isn't one.
Well, freaking
The
Virillion?
goddess DM.
What?
Yeah.
So, let us worry about this. Greywood's going to be trying to find a way to activate it. I'm not sure that's the best idea, but I also don't think he can succeed, so I'm fine with him trying. I'm going to try to find more information about this because, like I said, it does not make any sense to me. Where are you lot going next? Once you've had a chance to rest and recuperate, what's next?
Probably, I don't know, man. It's been a day.
You guys want to try and convince the orcs to fight with us? The remainders?
Seems like a hard sell.
Do you think they would?
I'm real strong now.
Hey, we
They might follow me.
I just want to go back to the conversation we were having before this emergency presented itself. When we talked about
I don't even remember.
doing what only we can do, so maybe we think about going back to the ley lines.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I know that it doesn't sound the most fun or exciting or easy or stressless, but
Listeners.
we are uniquely talented for this.
Yeah. No, you have a point. Let's put them all on a board and throw a dart at it and just go to that, I guess. Because I don't know what one to do next.
Yeah.
Is that a terrible idea, guys, though? Like, I agree, ley lines first, because we're unique to that, but
Is there
I don't
anything?
know.
Yeah, we should. Let's go.
Gathering
Back to
the
Adventure
orcs
Inc.
was an ordeal for your father. It took him years of preparation.
do you think it's possible, like, shorter than that, better?
I would not say that the orcs are historically a group that is particularly well organized, or nor are they particularly quick to trust.
But they are stubborn.
Yes,
Jeez.
and
They
violent.
suck, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a horrible idea. I think it's something we can try to work on. I don't know if it's something that you're going to want to put your resources toward personally.
They're also smelly.
Well, I didn't say that.
And
Gebeddo
rude.
did. I didn't.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I'm
Not
sorry.
wrong.
I just thought we were listing off things that they are.
don't smell shame.
Yeah,
Asher
we
is
got it,
also
Gebeddo.
smelly.
We got it.
I smell sometimes. I've smelled a lot less because I now have friends. But at one time I smelled.
Yeah, and look,
That's just-
even you made a turnaround.
Yeah, right? Turns out, sage, totally my scent.
Huh.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, okay.
Anyway.
I think it's a good idea, Keth, but perhaps there are people at Adventure Incorporated we can put on this to begin to try and gather the orcs up.
Yeah, there's a couple of half-orcs that I know at work at Adventure Incorporated.
I can devote some of the resources from the scouts to kind of pool them together, I guess, and figure that shit out.
Yeah, we'll speak to Rikus and see what he can accommodate.
Asher gets tense to see if he appears.
No, you said Rikus, so he didn't show up.
Right.
So, I think Jennuvera is correct. I think the ley lines are a good choice. The question now is, where do you go? Which ley line do you try to face next?
Well,
What's
what do we have left?
closest? Yeah, like we have conjuration.
Thanks, Gebeddo.
Oh, let me consult my list.
Isn't there conjuration? The one in the whirlpool-y one. That I just remember that one because it seemed cool.
Hold on.
Feel like we can breathe underwater too, right? No, that's
I mean,
If you feel like it, then we can.
I can
That's not true.
I can hold my
We got
breath
that.
for kind of a long time, but I don't think I would consider it breathing.
We can. I mean,
Yeah.
there are spells for sure that let us do that, but we cannot currently do that.
maybe that's what I remember is like a mendicant with a spell. I don't know. That's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Some-
Maybe,
some
maybe you just have it
gillyweed.
now. Just assume.
Oh yeah, I think I wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
There are
Okay.
4 ley lines left. Do you have them, Jennuvera?
I think so. Give me 1 second.
Remember conjuration. I don't think. No, we did. Did we do transmutation? No.
I don't believe so. Not from what you've told me.
We've done divination. We've done necromancy, abjuration, and evocation. And shadow and fey.
So that would leave conjuration, enchantment, illusion, and transmutation.
Why didn't we get stuff from shadow or fey? Because I just closed it, I guess.
So-
but the ritual wasn't any different.
In Fae, we didn't get anything because that super creepy, really tough person was chasing after us, right? And Keth and I were able to distract her long enough for you to do the thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then in Shadow, I assume everyone was just as scared as I was, and didn't want anything really horrible to happen to us.
Collecting
Right.
collecting a piece of pure magic is different than the ritual to close the ley line. They're two different things.
Oh, right. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and I just,
I didn't.
getting
I just got
stuff-
paranoid that we accidentally made a super powerful shadow weapon and left it somewhere.
Oh no, getting stuff was the last thing on my mind while I was in there, which is weird.
We would also never get stuff without having to fight things for it. We didn't
And-
really have to fight
Yeah.
any magic cats.
Adventure
yeah.
Incorporated does currently possess a piece of pure shadow magic.
Great.
Keth looks over at Gillik.
It's
the
Gillik.
orb that was acquired that resulted in the ley line being open in the first place is an ancient piece of shadow magic, but is a piece of shadow magic nonetheless.
Mm.
So, if your next choice is to go after a ley line, you ostensibly have 3 choices. Because to access the one in the Great Vortex would require you to pass through Verena anyway, which is where the illusion ley line lies.
Wait. Why would we have to go to Verena to get to the one in the vortex?
Yeah, why wouldn't we just go up through Bradmont?
Travel through Bradmont?
Yeah.
Or Emberfall.
Well,
Travel
we wouldn't even need to go up through Emberfall. We would just...
Because of the area around the Great Vortex, travel north from Bradmont. There are no docks or boats that leave north from Bradmont because the Great Vortex is there. We could certainly try it, but it would be a long voyage with no boats. Similarly, to charter a boat north of Emberfall might be possible, but probably the Starlight River is going to be your easiest passage, if not to just go around Paraneth.
Where's the Conjuration one? I need to pull up the map.
Conjuration.
In theory, Conjuration is somewhere in this forest.
Yeah.
In this forest?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like in the forest between Bradmont. It's in the triangle between Bradmont, Carapath, and Verena.
Would we be able to just go home and come back?
Ostensibly, yes.
Or we can just take a nap and go for it.
Yeah, do you need specifically to grab something? Or?
No, I just figured people would want to go and sleep in their own, hay-strewn bed. Don't judge me.
No, I get it.
I like that, Asher. I like... It almost seems like you have like a little
camp.
A little tie to the compound.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Thank you.
I
I thought so too.
Like, for a guy who is always talking about, not having a place to be.
Well,
I mean,
you make...
I'm not gonna say you got a place to be, because then you'll prove me wrong. But
No.
You
You make where you are the place you want to be.
That's really nice. I would like to make here the place I want to be. Just
Done.
so we're
The
closer
woods?
to the next thing that we need to do.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
if
let's
we
do
need
the
to
near
go
thing.
home and,
I don't.
maybe make a stop at the castle, that I'm fine with that in case there's anything we need.
all the way in Moravia?
Well, I'm just saying, if that's if
Moravia is so far.
I'm just saying that.
Why would you be stopping in Moravia?
Why do we want to go to Moravia?
You know where I don't want to go?
Moravia.
Elatrix, is
Moravia.
there? Am I missing something? Is there something special in Moravia?
Not according to what I recall from your notes, but Moravia does not appear to be of any import to this particular assignment, but if there's something there, Jennuvera, we'd be happy to make arrangements to get you.
By all means.
No,
if you could tell us why we need to go there, then we could go there right now.
No.
All right, guys.
I bet Caleb
I guess
could make
Moravia?
us a portal straight there if it's
Oh.
really crucial.
Oh, no. I just no. You just
Clyde's not in Moravia. Is Clyde in Moravia?
I suppose King
Wait, is
Harper
he?
would be in Moravia, but what does that have to do with this conversation?
You're right. What does
Yeah.
that have to do with this conversation? I think we should camp here, and I think we should go to the Ley Line of Conjuration. That sound good? Cool. I'm gonna high five. Yes, me. Raise your hand. Thumbs up if you agree.
Asher
Changed her
just
mind, I guess.
grabs her hand limply.
Ew.
He knows how to high five, but he's just still not in the mood for it.
That's like an uncomfortable grasp.
Put it down.
Well, if we're not going to Moravia, I guess, yeah, let's do the ley line right around here.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys take a long rest as the people work around you.
I mean, we kicked ass. We get a break.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Hey, whatever you justify it, you're good. It's fine.
I am. I don't need to.
You don't have to set up any
justify.
watches because there's plenty of people around.
I was going to
Working.
say Gebeddo has first watch. He's just his feet are kicked up and he's eating an apple. It's like,
I figured there was like still a war camp nearby, and we'd be there. Like, we're not just like fucking taking a nap on a bunch of corpses.
There's
for
an
fuck's
Orcish war camp if you want to go to the Orcish war camp, but there's no no war camp like here or whatever.
sake. Well, then whatever.
Okay. It's fine. You guys take an 8-hour rest, and then you set off in the direction that you maybe that you think that the ley line might be, based off the map and what Gillik recalls from the Angel of Salius. You guys make your way toward that ley line.
wait, which one of us saw the woods? Remember forever ago when we all got shot with those lasers?
Oh, wasn't this Keth's play cave?
Yeah, it could have been my cave.
Yeah, Keth, where was that cave?
Yeah.
I mean, you grew up around here.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Make a survival check, Keth.
Make a history
Let's,
check, Keth.
Yeah, knowledge history. Knowledge history.
Cat's got this, all right, guys.
God, I hope he fucking dunks on you, Anthony.
16. 16's for a remembered.
Okay, so Keth takes the lead of the group. You guys walk for a few hours in a direction. At one point, Keth stops. He looks around a little bit. He heads off in a different direction. You guys go that way for about an hour before he stops again. Looks
Was this
around
what
a
I
little
was
bit.
like in the ley line of necromancy? Like, just not, like, confident about not knowing where I'm going?
Yeah.
Keth's
you
very
just kinda-
confident he knows.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just kind of like. I mean, you made a decision. We all followed it. You know.
Yeah.
Before long,
Cat's
Keth,
in the zone. Yeah.
you enter a clearing that's very familiar to you. You're certain
It's
you've
very
been here
familiar,
before.
guys.
And as you pass to the...
Certain.
Go ahead.
That's just... No. Guys, I'm certain I've been here before.
Great. As you pass to the other side of the clearing, you see a sheer cliff face. At the top of it, a nest.
Careful of that over there. You don't want to fall off the cliff.
Right, well, you're at the bottom of the cliff. You see the cliff face. That would be awful hard to fall off the cliff from your
Fall
current
off
position.
Up there. Am I
Once
gonna
we get to
fall?
the top, don't fall
yeah.
off the cliff.
At the top of
My
the
first
how
cliff
much-
bud.
At the top of the cliff face, there's a roc's nest where a large bird would live. And the play cave that you used to spend time in as a child stands before you, cut into the wall of the cliff.
Plague.
Guys, that's it.
What's it?
What it?
That's the cave. That's the play cave. That's the bear.
You played all the way up there? Who
Yeah,
was
let's go.
supervising your childhood?
Cat's
then-
Cat's already climbing.
You don't no there is a ground level cave in the cliff face.
Yeah, that would be part of the game. You would climb above the cave, and when somebody came out of the cave, you would jump on them and try and murder them. Do you guys want to play?
The five of you make your way into the cave. It is winding and twisting. It seems to move up deeper into the rock as you go in. It elevates before it empties out into a large cistern that at the very bottom of which is the ley line of conjuration glowing in green energy.
Yeah, that's about right, guys.
It appears that a machine has begun construction here but was abandoned.
That wasn't there years ago.
Well,
You know, I haven't said this word in a while, but feels very slammy hammer. Hammy slammer.
TM.
Yum yum.
so
Is that the tagline? Hammy slammer. Yum yum.
yum yum.
We really
Simple.
dropped that. That was from season 1. Or year 1.
It's all season 1, apparently.
It is all
Yeah,
season
that
1,
makes no
baby.
sense.
Anthony hates when I say season 1.
I do hate it. But
Well,
that's
it's
because
from
we
season
will
1.
actually have a season 2.
Right. That's why it's from season 1.
You're right. You're not wrong. It is from season 1. But so is this.
Right.
Like, I hate it when people number things when there's only one number, like on a PowerPoint where it's like, oh, number 1, and then there's no number 2.
You just keep waiting for the next slide. And,
Yeah.
Noted.
Hey guys, so I hate to be that guy, but do you think
you?
we should just yes, because I don't share this with you frequently, but I have a great desire to be liked, and I know that I can be a little controlling sometimes, so it makes me nervous because I just want you all to like me. But I think we should just jump in. I think we should just go for it. I think that the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to be attacked by Keth's childhood bear friend, and he's not going to recognize Keth because Keth is a full-grown orc man now, so...
And bears don't have that long of a lifespan, so it's probably dead.
Don't say that.
Yeah, Asher, Keth
friend's-
just murdered
your
his
friend-
dad, so maybe,
Yeah, well, I just murdered my friend who...
Could be a bear.
Who could be a bear. I basically murdered a bear and
What if-
also had intense revelations about my family.
what if you murdered Keth's bear friend?
What if you did?
What?
That doesn't seem...
God,
Shut up!
Now you're reminding
Shut
him
up,
of that
Keth.
and his dead dad. Ooh.
Keth just runs and jumps.
Jennuvera follows. I told you guys!
That's when you hit the thing. I told you guys, boom, it's gone.
Gebeddo just like looks at Asher and Gillik and is like, so I mean, like, I feel like at least Asher, you gotta go in there, dude, because you're the only way they can get out.
I now have to go in, but I'm just like moodier than normal. And then Asher goes.
Yeah, like,
He's gone.
well, shit. Gebeddo looks around the cave, like, all right, and Gebeddo jumps in too.
I want it said that before we go to the ley line, Gillick's like, yeah, we're going in, and takes a sip from his flask.
Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.